Hey, this is Steven from the Green Engineers, and welcome to my little update video. I haven't done one of these in a while. I have been busy. On weekends, I've been working on the Multi-struder and the filafactory new software. I've got rid of all of the compiling issues, so now it compiles. So now each weekend, I'm going to be clearing each one of the modules itself, the spooler, the dimensional control, the winder's pretty much already cleared. I know that one works. As you saw on my filafactory video, I do have a new version for my fan, my parts cooler. As you saw in the filafactory, I thought that was really cool. So I'm going to add that to the multi-struder, and on the filafactory with that nice little cone. I got some brand new filament to start printing stuff to get that done. Ooh, actually, this got a Ziploc bag. I just noticed this is a Ziploc bag. Yeah, it's from my guys at Mad Maker PLA. Check them out. They're pretty underrated, but now they're doing 1.5 kilogram spools of PLA for the price that you normally get 1 kilogram for. Anyways, yeah, so this is just going to be a little 15-minute till 9 o'clock here. So, the main thing, like I said, working on filafactory multi-struder operating system, finishing the multi-struder project, and then going to be working on it on weekends to get it to go. What's it called? Get it to go open source. So we're going to be doing that, and then also I've been working on a lot of getting the multi-struder. Getting that started. So I've found a supplier in Texas that I do plan on using. Their prices were really high for material, so I actually found some other material. I think it might be smaller. I think it's going to be A36, just regular structural steel. I'm struggling to find anything that is of high carbon over there. So basically, what that means is that it's going to be difficult to harden these, or basically you can't harden it, pretty much. So going to finish that. Oh man, yeah, so obviously super delayed, but so basically I got this idea of going to a different supplier from work, where one of my jobs there is finding suppliers to outside of California to drop the cost. And so I was able to find a supplier that will be able to drop the cost so that I can indeed manufacture it for what I think it's worth, which is we're looking at right now the pre-orders. I want to reward the people that have stuck by, and so I am going to be sending it out for what you guys paid for. I think it was $125 plus $15 shipping, so so that's $140. So $140 to your place. I think the A36 version will probably be selling for $250 in the very soon future. Here, I'm working on trying to get an order on Friday, but these guys, they want obviously a large amount for one. So I'm going to see if I can get a demo version for cheaper than they want for one, just to make sure that, hey, I can put this thing all together, it looks good, and then order them, and then I'll probably buy just one sheet from this supplier that I'm looking at, and then have them run a whole sheet, either a 4x8 or a 5x10. Is the max size that they can run on their machines, 5x10. So I'm working on that, and then also I want to provide a stainless steel version. So retail price, looking at the reclaimer, the 6x6 by 3.5 version, is looking like it's gonna be about $250, I think. So about double what I have it listed for right now. Let's see. Yeah, let's say about 250. Yeah, I think that would be reasonable. So 250, and then the stainless steel version So maybe 200 to 250. I'm looking somewhere around there. For the stainless steel, probably about $300 because the stainless steel is like 3 times more expensive than the regular steel. So stainless steel is a huge, bigger expense. Not quite harder, but obviously it's stainless, but it's not actually stainless. It's stain resistant. So that is a pretty nice feature. So if you want to save, I think that it's fair to have the A36 at 200 or low 200s, and then the stainless at 300 plus. And then after I start getting some of those, I will look into getting the bigger version that'll fit in a 12 by 12. But I'm going to struggle because, again, the flat rate box that ultimately I want the bigger version to fit in is a 12 by 12 by 5.5. So basically I'm limited by the 5.5. So 5.5 means that this thing is going to be basically a maximum of 2 times that if they're right next to each other. Oh, minus the teeth, so that's minus ½ inch, but plus ½ inch on the outside. So I think it's so the dials, so ½ inch on one side, ½ inch on the other side. Actually, the dials are probably going to be taller. So the if I double the size, it's probably the teeth are probably going to be 1 inch. I'm probably going to have some big old chompers on there. Yeah, I think 1 inch, double the size of everything, pretty much. So basically, take that original design and scale it double. If that was the case, then 1 inch on this side, 1 inch on that side, and so the dials. The dials are 1 inch top, 1 inch bottom, so that's -2, and so that's 3.5 inches. So the dials can be 3.5 inches. So if that's 3.5 inches times 2, that's 7 inches plus 1 on the outside plus 1 on the other side, 7, 8, 9. So it'd be only 9 inches. Oh. So maybe I'll change it to 3/4 of an inch. So basically what I'll do is I'll get it as close to that 12 by 12 box, obviously leaving room for packaging material, because again that will definitely be pushing the scales. I think this guy already is 10 plus pounds, maybe 15 pounds, 20 pounds, maybe even more. I'll have to look. Actually, I could look with that right now. So let's see here. So the next version will obviously be something like double this. So let's see here. Properties. 396 divided by 16. It's about 25 pounds. So it's 25 pounds, and the limit for domestic shipping is 70 pounds. 70 pounds. And also the limit for international with flat rate box, I believe, is 20. So we're already over 20. What I might have to do is I might have to have a smaller version, or do 2 separate boxes basically, which I don't want to do, but we could do that. Maybe even make the walls out of aluminum instead of steel, and it maybe even like make these what's it called, the half moons out of aluminum instead of steel. So we could drop the shipping weight, so we could get it to internationally cheaper. So that and the spacers and stuff like that, and have everything that needs to be steel be steel. But there is a lot of stress on the outside, so maybe that be made out of steel, and then have all the spacers and half moons made out of aluminum. And that should drop the weight right into under 20, so we should be good there. But obviously I gotta buy another sheet. So that's looking like probably what I'm gonna do there. So hopefully between now and Friday I have either a demo on order, and their lead time is 1 week, and then once I get that and I put it together and I weld it together and I look at how it fits, then I'm going to go ahead and send it on a first the A36 structural steel, either a 4x8 or a 5x10. It's really looking like there's very little savings. Well, there's a little bit. There's a little bit of savings for the 5x10 compared to the 4x8. So and obviously it's going to be way more shipping by the 4x8 by the 5x10, because basically I'm going to have them ship it in the flat rate box. Just reinforce the flat rate box with tape, and then shove as many of those parts in there as possible. But each one's 25 pounds, so you can only ship, 2 of them, right? So 2 of them per box for $15. Yeah, it's going to get expensive for shipping quickly, but it's a lot cheaper over there, so that's definitely something to look at. And thinking about that, so yeah, I'll probably be in the low 200s for the A36. So hopefully I have a recording of something other than this, other than my little demo unit, and something where the teeth are actually set up where they're progressively 15 degrees rotated down. So I'm going to make sure that this supplier knows that. And then also, I am working on my own water jet to manufacture these, to possibly even drop the price even lower if I can. If not, be able to manufacture them a little faster. Oh, I'm sure I could drop the price because of shipping and stuff. So I'm sure I could drop the price, but that's a ways away. And if I do drop the price, it's not going to be much, because then I have basically a machine that I have to upkeep. So there is that. Hopefully that happens here pretty soon. I'm almost finalized the designs. I'm finding a couple more manufacturers, a couple more places for some of the components. So once I get that, then I think we'll be ready to go to test that, and then maybe after 20 units or so, we'll have that guy up and running and manufacturing with that guy here in California. So that's basically the plan, is to finish in a couple weeks the filafactory / multi-struder operating system, the MOS multi-struder and the filafactory operating system, and then start working towards, on the weekends, instead of working on that, working on getting that guy to go open source, and then work on manufacturing these shredders, because yeah. Alright, so this has been Steven from the Green Engineers. I'd like to thank you guys for listening along and to me talking about these projects, these upcoming projects. And if you like this video, please subscribe for upcoming news, and stay tuned for the shredder that comes in. I'll be talking to these guys about some sort of a demo unit to get that done and sent to me, and then test that, make sure that works, and then if it does, we will start make some adjustments from that, and then start manufacturing. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. And stay tuned for any upcoming information. Take it easy. Peace.